Hi, good afternoon. My name is BENSON KINYUA. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Welcome to Meet the HR Show.
Hello.
So, hi.
How are you?
Very fine.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm late.
It's okay.
Court and these other things.
Kwani mnashinanga court 24/7?
No, sometimes we're in court, sometimes we are meeting clients outside, and sometimes we are here in the office.
Ah, nice.
Yes. This is our small office.
All right.
We can have a cup of coffee.
So here is where you start your day.
This is where I usually start my days on always.
Okay.
Yes,
so when you enter the office first thing, chai. Chai or coffee?
Yeah, maybe into a chai, so I must start with a cup of coffee.
Ah, nice.
Yes,
now, how did you get into the industry at law?
You see, every child has a career missions.
Okay.
And sometimes your career path might change. For instance, you might, when you were a child, probably you wanted to become a doctor. But in between there, within the course of school, primary school, secondary school, you changed.
Yes.
That is how I ended up doing law and became an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
So is there a difference between a lawyer and an advocate?
Yes, there is a big difference.
Yes.
One, a lawyer is someone who doesn't have a diploma from the Kenya School of Law. That is a postgraduate diploma to practice law. An advocate has an LLB. LLB is a long...
It's Latin, a very long... You see, I was even wondering.
Yes, long Latin word. But in relation to the law degree,
this is a bad joke, but LLB, long Latin. Okay, let's continue.
Look, I think we can have a cup of coffee.
Yes, please. As we have coffee, after this, where do you go next?
My day usually starts very early in the morning.
At what time?
Around 6:30.
6:30?
It depends. Sometimes I might be here as early as 5.
Okay.
So it depends with the day.
Depending on a case or?
Not necessarily a case. You see, as lawyers, we have different tasks to do in the course of the day.
Yes.
And not necessarily going to court.
Oh.
I might be going to meet a client. I might be going to for a certain transaction that probably people needs me. So the day is
like, for example, today.
Yes.
Or you were going to see a client.
Yes, I was somewhere to see a client.
All right.
Yes.
So we can go to your office.
Yes. Karibu to my office.
Asante sana.
Welcome very much.
Thank you. So this is the beautiful office.
Yes, welcome. Have a seat.
Thank you very much.
Now this is my office.
Yes.
This is I call it my garage. This is where everything usually happens.
Ah, nice.
Yes, yes.
And there's a lot of books, a lot of papers. Is this how the office looks like every day?
These are my tool of trade.
Tools of trade.
If you go to a garage, you will find a spanner.
Ah, that's true.
If you come to my office,
you
won't find a spanner or a pliers, but you'll find papers and books everywhere.
Papers and books.
Yes.
And every book or every paper has its own meaning.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course, definitely. These are different cases.
Yes.
These are different, we call them precedents, or rather books. So every paper, every book has a meaning.
All right.
Yes.
And for this constitution, does everyone need to shika all the article 100, 200? Is it tested?
It's very important, actually.
Yes.
It's very important. You see, now the problem, I'll say in Kenya, is that people, or rather the laymen, are not taught, or rather they're not educated about the law.
Oh.
Which is very important.
Okay.
We usually say ignorance. If you go to court, you can never say that you didn't know they existed such a law. That's the reason why you did 1 or 2, 3 things.
Okay.
We usually say that ignorance of the law is no defense. Now tell me, if you haven't read the Constitution, if you don't know the law,
do I even know where to get the Constitution?
How are you going to defend yourself? Yes,
that's true.
It is very important for every person to know the law. Once you know the law, you know your rights.
Even me, a common mwananchi.
Yes, you need to know it. You need to know it. I believe you're you're a journalist.
Yes, I am.
You're in the media
I'm regulated by MCK.
MCK.
Yes.
Yes, so there are a lot of things that you need to know from the law. There are certain different acts are coming up on daily basis. Right now, we are moving towards technology. You need to know what to do on the social medias and what not to do.
So there's a difference between an act and the article itself.
Now, an act is like a law. Yes, for instance, we can say that we can use one example here.
Okay.
So there's a difference between an act and
an article.
An article.
Yes.
Articles are derived from the Constitution. Yes. So usually when you're referring to the Constitution, you don't say, when you're referring to a particular section of the Constitution, you refer it to as an article.
So there's different sections.
Yes.
Then within those sections, now we have the articles inside.
Now the difference is this: the Constitution will give you articles. Other laws will give you sections.
Okay.
For instance, if you're talking about Land Act, you'll refer to section this and this of the Land Act. If you're referring to the Constitution, you'll refer to article this and this of the Constitution.
All right.
Yes, so there's a big difference.
There's a huge difference.
Yes,
and before we reached here, I was asking you what drove you to taking law as a career.
It's a passion plus something else, which I can't describe right now. But mainly, it's passion. I wanted to see people that are defended.
Yes.
Because you see, in our society currently, we have a lot of things going on.
Okay.
We have corruption has become a big problem in our society.
That's true.
Yes. So I needed to be in a position where I can defend people. And I think that is the main reason why I chose law. Do
clients come to you or do you go to them?
It depends as well. Some clients you might need to, for instance, a person who has been arrested cannot come to you. You have to go to them. Yes.
So you're called by the police station, or how does it go?
The client. Yes. So it depends with the group of clients, or rather the client. It's a client who can come to the office. It's one that you need to go and see them. So that, I think that depends with the client.
Are there some compulsory subjects for someone to take law?
Yes, I think currently the only compulsory subject that you need to have taken is English and Kiswahili. And
not even history?
No. And I believe every school in Kenya, English and Kiswahili is compulsory.
That's true.
So once you have done your KCSE, there's a cut, I'll call it a minimum that you should have attained in your English and Kiswahili.
Okay.
If you have a B and above, then you're good to go.
All right.
Yes.
While we're coming, there was one of us who knew that today we're going to shoot a lawyer. And he had a very burning question. And since he's here, David, hi.
Hi.
How are you? Sasa, ile swali yenye ulikuwa nayo tukikaa ilikuwa gani?
Sasa. Watu wengi pale nje, like we have this idea that every lawyer, most lawyers, because Ben labda iko kwa list. Most lawyers are to be liars because nikisema nimeua, then anaenda kunidefend. Nasema sijaua. Sinikudanganya.
Hapo sasa.
All right, you see.
In such a point yenye unajua tu huyu mtu ameuana, lakini wewe uko hapo unasema, judge, this one is not guilty.
Now the reason why we are called lawyers or rather advocates is because we defend the rights of everyone.
Not depending whether you're guilty or not.
It doesn't depend on that. As long as your client, a client has approached you, it is my right as an advocate to defend them to the latter and to ensure justice prevails.
Even if you know the person did it.
How you interpret justice, now it varies. It will vary. Because if a client comes to me and he wants me to defend him, I'll defend him to the latter.
Have you gotten yourself in such a position?
Of course. As long as you're an advocate,
you get ready for it.
You must. You chose it, so you must be ready for it.
Do you have a count of how many cases or how many people umewasimamia?
A lot of, we have hundreds of files here, and most of the files are closed, meaning that the matter already ended.
So if I hear case closed,
yes,
it means that that person.
Yes, the matter has come to an end.
All right.
Yes.
Speaking on files,
yes,
there's a lot of files behind you.
Yes.
There's the red one, the orange one, the blue one, the gray one, and also the green one.
Yes.
Is it arranged in a manner like, from the orange one is a very heavy case, then the green one, is easy.
All right, I don't think so.
Yes.
Here, red doesn't mean danger.
Oh.
So files, as long as you've picked a file and you have your papers, your pleadings in there,
yes,
it doesn't mean anything.
And
but now we have to label our files, you have to mark the files.
So you have to mark the files.
Yes.
In this career line,
yes,
you have to be very orderly.
Of course.
Or else utapoteza kesi ya kitabia mtu.
I'll say in every career, you must be orderly.
Okay.
Even God says he doesn't like disorderly people.
He's a God of order.
Yes, a God of order.
Yes.
Yes, so in everything that you do, especially for the young people.
Yes.
Probably the young people that are watching us, your life, you must get your life in order.
That's
everything in your life must be orderly.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a scenario.
Yes.
Whereby nimepigiwa simu with a friend of mine and they're like, nimeshikwa, niko hapa police station, please come help me bail out.
Yes.
How do I go about it?
It depends.
With?
If it's a hypothetical question, then I'll give you a general answer.
And if it's a scenario?
If it's a real life scenario, then I have to prepare my fee note first of all.
So, let's start. If it's a scenario,
yes,
from there.
Now, anytime when you're starting a case, you must be paid for what you're going to do. Okay. There's no, not less what we call pro bono cases. Pro bono means you're doing it for free. But in instances where the matter is not pro bono, first thing first. Yes. If you go to a shop, you pay, you receive. So the same thing.
So here I have to pay, then receive the service.
I have to prepare a fee note. Then from there, we can start from there.
So from there, even no matter the time it will be,
yes,
you'll follow me to the police station?
Of course. I'm there to defend your rights. Whether it is at night, whether in the morning, whether it's raining, anytime.
You are there.
I'm there to defend your rights.
Now, with that question,
yes,
when it comes to now a family,
yes,
how do you balance both?
Everything is possible. I'll say that. We usually don't go to court at night.
Yes.
We are usually in court during the days. Most of the time, our clients are not doing transactions or any business at night. So we can comfortably have families, and we comfortably have families.
It's not that demanding.
It is demanding, but it's not that demanding.
It's not that demanding.
Yes.
So after you're done with the 4 years, 2 years, is there a place where utasema nime enhance ama through trainings na hizi vitu zingine?
Of course. Every career, or rather every area of practice,
yes,
experience matters. And in law, experience matters.
Okay.
Yes, so ni kama tu ukitaka kutengeneza mkate ama keki, kutengeneza ile keki.
Yes.
You don't just bake your dough and then you start immediately. You have to give it time to rise.
Pole
hivyo tu. Okay. Yes.
So every single time I will need a lawyer, yes, I'll have to pay for the consultation fee.
It depends with your how you set your firm.
Okay.
It depends.
So it depends with your structure.
It depends with your structure. In most cases, advocates or rather firms have consultation fees because they want to do away with these bodies. Yes.
But no, that means this is a very lucrative job because consultation fee, and we haven't even started the case.
Yes.
Yes.
If you go to a doctor, you have to pay for consultation fee.
Yes.
Why do you pay for consultation fees when you visit a doctor? The same thing.
Yes.
And saying that law is a lucrative job, I won't say that is the correct rather definition, as it is for every career,
yes,
as it is for every job. Hard work pays.
Yes.
So you can be a lawyer, but uko umesota kidogo.
Oh, at least
yes,
kidogo tu.
The same way you can be a doctor na uko umesota
kidogo tu alafu kabla ishike.
So in everything you must work hard.
Okay.
Yes.
Na kale kakofia.
Yes, yes.
Why? What is it for? We've seen it very many times.
Yes.
Iyo kofia and the gown.
Yes.
Does it have a meaning?
It does have a meaning.
Okay.
If you go to a church, you'll find a pastor.
Yes.
With that long kabuti. The same thing with lawyers. If you go to a certain level of court, you have to be fully dressed in those regalia. In certain court. When you say in certain courts, that is the Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, and High Court sometimes if it demands.
Okay.
Yes.
How do I move up the scale from an advocate lawyer to now become a judge?
Now, one thing, for you to be a judge, for you to be a magistrate, because a chief magistrate is a judge.
Yes.
For you to become all that, first qualification, you must be a lawyer. You must be an advocate, admitted to the bar. Secondly, if you want to become a judge, your experience matters. So a person who was with a long experience is more qualified. More likely. Yes, to be called as a judge. Okay. As opposed to someone who has been admitted to the bar just a few years ago.
We are in a season where politics imefika kilindini.
Yes.
And when you look at various politicians, ukiangalia profiles zao nyuma, either someone was a senior counsel, someone was a lawyer, someone was a judge.
Yes.
Is it the graduating process of becoming a politician once umemalizana na law?
All right, I think the answer is very simple.
Okay.
All these laws that we have in Kenya, they all emanate from Parliament. Parliament is the law making body according to our constitution.
Yes.
So in most cases, if you want to be in Parliament to make laws, you must have knowledge of the law.
That's true.
Yes. So I think that could be the reason why most of them.
Could you see yourself in politics very soon? Just asking for a friend and others.
All right. It depends. It depends. My career mission might change.
Might change hapo mbele.
In future, yes. Depending probably what might come to me.
Okay.
So I think that it's a question that I can't give a conclusive answer. I might say I will not get myself into politics today, but tomorrow you might find me with a mic
somewhere.
Haki za watu na
tunangoja.
Yes.
There is this word that has been disturbing me for a while.
Yes.
How does someone become a senior counsel?
A senior counsel is the highest rank of advocates. Yes, and one, it comes with what you've done for the society in terms of building the jurisprudence, that is building the laws. And secondly, it comes with experience.
Okay.
Yes. So there's a certain number of years that you might have practiced.
Now, I know I've removed you from your busy schedule, and I'm very grateful that you could actually take the time to have us on Meet the HR show and enlighten that young person who is in the field. Na kidogo anasema exams. Why are law exams this hard? Are they even hard?
They are hard.
They are hard. So if you hear someone who is studying law saying, inanikembiza mbio, it's very true.
But there's nothing that is impossible.
There is nothing.
If we have more than 20,000 advocates currently,
yes,
it means there's nothing that is impossible. So even for them, the same way sisi tulipita, hata wenyewe watapita.
Watapita
too.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome very much.
Yes.
So let me see you off.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're much welcome again.
But before we go,
yes.
Your name is Ben, right?
Yes.
And most of the time, ukiangalia company and advocates, utapata ni jina ya pili ama ya tatu.
All right.
How is it that?
We are Africans.
Yes.
And I think the best name to identify ourselves with is the African name.
So that's why Wangoi
That is
Korea.
why Wangoi Korea.
Yes.
If you are Kikuyu, you know, definitely that's our Kikuyu name.
Yes.
So we are Africans. And we like, in most cases, to associate ourselves with our names, with our African names.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been lovely having you.
All right.
And once again, we are more than grateful.
We are grateful as well.
All right.
You're welcome here again as a client.
Yes. As a client.
Even as a visitor.
We will think about that, especially on Land Maninos.
Yes.
Till next time, my name has been Laura Nell. Bye-bye.